Welcome to the West Virginia Department of Education's National Board Certification Virtual Celebration, honoring educators who earned their National Board Certification and those who renewed their certification this school year. We are honoring more than 60 newly certified educators and more than 30 renewals. West Virginia is proud of their accomplishments and pleased to host this virtual program so others may join in the celebration. Here to begin the celebration is National Board Certified Teacher Dr. Carla Warren, Director of the West Virginia Department of Education's Educator Preparation Services.
Good evening. On behalf of the West Virginia Board of Education and the West Virginia Department of Education, I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 National Board Recognition Ceremony. Congratulations to the class of 2020. This evening we're gathering to celebrate 64 teachers who have achieved initial National Board Certification and 32 teachers who have successfully renewed their National Board Certification. We welcome all of those joining us virtually this evening. We welcome our community leaders. We can welcome our state and county leaders, our legislative representation. But most importantly, we welcome those family, friends, and colleagues who have walked beside you each step of this journey to National Board Certification. While we'd love to be face-to-face this evening, we're grateful that we have access to this virtual platform where we can celebrate with all of those who are celebrating our National Board Certification accomplishment. While we know that the pandemic has made things more difficult this past year, we hope that this will make the accomplishment a little more sweeter. The founding mission of the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards is to advance the quality of teaching and learning in our country by maintaining high and rigorous standards for what teachers should know and be able to do, and then providing a certification process where teachers can voluntarily choose to become National Board Certified. The National Board for Professional Teaching Standards also works to advance education reform in our country so that National Board Certification becomes part of the fabric of our education system. And we know that we can capitalize on the expertise of these teachers who have achieved certification. Recognized as the gold standard in education, this certification believes that higher standards for teachers means more learning for students. Over a decade of research validates that students who are taught by National Board Certified teachers have a great impact on their student learning, particularly in our high-need populations. Recruiting and supporting teachers through the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards process is a commitment that West Virginia has made to support those teachers to increase student achievement, particularly in our most compromised students. Let me share some exciting statistics with you. Currently, 1,111 West Virginia teachers have achieved National Board Certification. Currently, there are 288 teachers in the pipeline moving toward certification, and the Department of Education supports 8 regional cohorts. In the summer, the department supports 3 days to get you started with National Board Certification, and then monthly support from those 8 regional cohorts throughout the year-long cycle. Looking at National Board Certification in West Virginia currently, West Virginia is one of 21 states which provides reimbursement of financial output from National Board teachers. One of 25 states which offers financial incentives for teachers who achieve certification. And currently, West Virginia is ranked 13th in the nation for the percentage per capita of National Board Certified teachers. West Virginia is ranked 11th in the nation currently for the total number of new National Board Certified teachers, and ranked 14th in the country for the number of teachers who have renewed their National Board Certification. This support demonstrates the value that West Virginia legislators, the West Virginia Department of Education, and the West Virginia Board of Education place on National Board Certification, recognizing that National Board Certified teachers increase and build capacity, leadership capacity in their schools, their counties, their communities, and in the state. Thank you for your commitment to the profession and for choosing to elevate your practice through National Board Certification. Again, congratulations to the National Board Class of 2020.
My name is Dr. Bridget Phillips. I'm a coordinator for Educator Development and Support Services for the West Virginia Department of Education. And I'm also a proud National Board Certified teacher. To begin this evening, we have Reese Stevens, a senior from Hurricane High School, that will honor America with singing of the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To bring greetings, we are pleased to hear from Governor Jim Justice, West Virginia Board of Education President Miller Hall, and our State Superintendent of Schools, W. Clayton Burch.
Hello everyone, I'm Governor Jim Justice, and today is a really special day. The National Board Certification Recognition Day, the class of 2020. 92 have earned the highest degree or highest certification that a teacher can achieve in so many different ways. An accomplishment that is unbelievable if you just step back and think of how tough it's been through a COVID year. It's tough enough in a normal year, but to achieve this for these 92 graduates that earned this incredible certification that's bestowed upon them is really special. We have 122,000 that are certified, National Board certified teachers in this country. For us to add another 92 in West Virginia is great stuff, great stuff. Like I said before, the highest achievement a teacher can earn. And the results are really simple. If you'll just step back and think about it, the students that are being taught by these teachers that have this certification all seem to do better. The results, the math is just as simple as just that. So I absolutely encourage going forward that more and more West Virginia teachers will step up and they will try in every way to obtain this incredible certification. But for those that have achieved, these 92, I congratulate you beyond belief. You do great work every day. You know, I'm in the schools all the time. You know, I'm a coach and I'm in the schools all the time and I see you in all kinds of different places and situations. You have to deal with so much now that maybe years or decades ago we didn't have to deal with. Kids have all kinds of problems, do they not? But absolutely, you stepping up and you earning this certification is so special. But you stepping up and what you do every day, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So keep up the great work. Again, congratulations.
Hello, I'm Miller Hall, President of the West Virginia Board of Education. Each year I look forward to this recognition program. National Board Certification gives us an opportunity to honor teachers who have committed to the gold standard credential in education. The State Board of Education is proud to support NBC. West Virginia is only one of 25 states that provides financial incentives to the National Board Certified Teachers. There also has been research that finds National Board Certified teachers are more likely to stay in the profession than their counterparts. In fact, attrition is 3 times lower for those teachers that are National Board Certified. On behalf of the West Virginia Board of Education, we congratulate you and wish you continued success tomorrow and years to come.
Hello, I'm Clayton Burch, State Superintendent of Schools. Congratulations to each and every one of you, those of you that have become National Board Certified teachers, and also to those who have taken the time to renew and put that time and energy in to renew the certification. This was no easy task. During the pandemic, you had so much on your plate taking care of each and every one of our children. But during this time, you chose to step up and hone your craft and move yourself forward in a profession that many find to be very, very difficult. On average, each of you took 200 to 400 hours engaged in the National Board certification process. This is impressive during a time when we ask so much of you. No one required you to do this. No one forced you to do this. The professionals you are, you each stepped up to the plate, answered the call to become the best West Virginia has to offer. Now more than ever, our students are going to need you. We knew that before the pandemic, many of our students faced all sorts of trauma. Post-pandemic, the trauma will be increased. Between learning loss, social-emotional, physical needs, our students need you more than ever. Your skills will ensure that they're ready for their future, that their needs are going to be looked after. We thank you again for your dedication to the profession and to the students of West Virginia. Again, congratulations.
This evening we have Kevin Callistra, former English teacher at Morgantown High School, joining us. Kevin's a proud National Board Certified teacher who now serves as an instructional support leader for Mon County Schools. Welcome, Kevin. It's great to see you. Take us through your National Board journey. Why did you want to become a National Board Certified teacher, and how did you reach that goal?
Well, when I first started teaching, I taught in Wake County in North Carolina, and I taught at an early college. And one of the expectations at the school that I taught at was to become a National Board Certified teacher. So I got a hands-on process right away. I helped many of other teachers in the school. I was an English teacher, so I did a lot of editing for them and looking over their work. I talked through the process with them. I did some video recording and things like that. And I knew it right away that it was something that I wanted to pursue. So when a few years later, when I came to West Virginia, I started looking into the process, and I was just blown away right away of all the help that West Virginia provided teachers to get their National Board certification. So I started the process right away. Really, the first year, just kind of thinking about it, reading of all the different portfolios and things, and what I had to accomplish. And then when I was ready, I just jumped right in, and as soon as I started, I knew that it was something that I was happy to pursue, and I went at it 100%.
I know as a National Board Certified teacher, I'm always looking for ways to pay it forward. So if a teacher comes to you and says, "Hey Kevin, I'm interested in becoming a National Board Certified teacher," what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them right away, it's the most important step a teacher can take in their career. Right away, it makes you a reflective teacher. Everything that from the smallest lesson to at the end of the year when you're reflecting, it really teaches you how to reflect on yourself and your own practice. And that is so important as you move through your teaching career every year after every lesson. When the students leave the classroom, a quiet moment of reflection, saying, what went well? How can I improve that? How does this work into my overall goal for my students? And also, I think it lets when you start exploring yourself as a teacher and you're spending all this time, I'm sure like other teachers, late at night writing all these portfolios about yourself, and it makes you realize that you are a good teacher. It makes you realize, like how I did. I realized that I was in fact an educator, and I was instructing my students, and I realized that for the first time. So I would say it's the most important step that a teacher can take And you learn skills that you definitely take with you throughout the rest of your career. Whatever it would be in education, you take things with you.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us this evening as we honor these National Board teachers who have achieved their initial National Board certification, as well as those teachers who are renewing their National Board certification. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you again on the National Board stage.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome Michaelpher, a band teacher in Berkeley County at Musselman High School and a proud National Board Certified teacher. Michael, share with us what motivated you to pursue National Board Certification. To just tell us a little bit about your journey.
It was the teachers and my colleagues that were expressing to me of their experience of being National Board Certified, but it was their perspectives of the challenges of what they did to go through to get that certification that drew interest. They also said that they shared to me that you would be a great candidate. And I wanted to pursue it because I could see within their eyes and within their teaching that there was a reward from being National Board Certified. It wasn't just the amenities that you get from being that, it was the prestige, but also the knowledge of how to sort your ideas within your classroom and maximize it into the 21st century.
So you certified in 2017. Since 2017, tell us how being a National Board Certified teacher has strengthened and impacted your practice as an educator.
Well, it was the outcomes. Before National Board Certification is that I had a lot of passions, and I wanted my kids to take away rewarding experiences to the classroom. Through National Board Certification, it gave me the opportunity to sort through my ideas, to be able to utilize my talents, and to take through that lens, develop the practices and methodologies I need for my kids to feel safe, equitable, and fair within the classroom. The challenges of being in a national board, it was not just a difficult process, it was a challenging process, but it helped me maximize my ideas for my classroom, but also to become an evolved educator into the 21st century. So it was definitely something that I'm very happy that I pursued.
What doors have opened for you as a result of National Board Certification?
Well, the first and most important door is that my methods are more involved with technology, and it's also built up my self-confidence to add ideas to my classroom for my students. So my students are in more of a climate of music learning that is helping them of all kids of mixed ability. So my classroom has definitely become a lot better. The other opportunities is that National Boards has given me an opportunity to look at all different sorts of curriculum, and also given me some sort of the prestige of actually being part of the conversations within cohorts. And that has really given me some insight on taking the arts classroom and being also part of all different kinds of curriculums and what makes a school, that variety within a school system. So I'm really glad that I took upon that, because now that I'm a music teacher, I'm able to add myself to cohorts because I'm National Board Certified, because we do have those similarities.
Thank you, Michael. We appreciate you joining us this evening as we honor our newly certified National Board teachers, as well as our teachers who have renewed their National Board Certification. And congratulations on your accomplishments as well. Thank you so much.
And thank you for your support.
So the titles, Teacher of the Year and Nationally Board Certified, throws us into the spotlight almost overnight. And whoever we're talking to, all the people that you mentioned, the decision makers, the administrators, coworkers, parents, they immediately perk up and they want to listen to what we have to say. And it makes it crucial that we are intentional with what we say. Every message, every piece of advice, every lesson that I do, we can highlight all that is good with this profession. We can elevate this profession. It's up to us. So I shopped around for a handbook for how to teach during a pandemic, and there's no handbook on that. And so what we've always done holds true, that relationships first is going to give us the best return with our students. So whether we're inside of a school building or whether we're inside Zoom squares, we are building relationships and learning everything that there is about a student. So we're learning their talents, we're learning their struggles, we're learning their fears, we're learning when to tell if they're hungry or tired. And so taking the time to do that shows students that you love them, and students who know that you love them, you can teach them just about anything. My favorite silver lining of the pandemic has been the relationships that I've built, not just with my families, although that was amazing, but the closeness that I have with the coworkers the people in my building that I work with. We support and we challenge each other. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. They just know because we know each other. So we've spent so much time together. We know each other so well now that we know who to go to when, we can't get our computer started or when we can't load this file. And it's very encouraging me to have such a great support staff at Tennerton. Be available and be consistent. And so what I mean by be available is take the time. If a student requests time with you, take the time to talk to them about whatever they want. You can have lunch with them, play Foursquare, play basketball. I've gone on walks with kiddos this year, learned some TikTok dances, but just being available and for them to know that you're available. Being available is so much more than just time. It's being available to listen and actually hear what they're saying. The second piece, being consistent, is we want students to, we want them to feel safe in a classroom. We want them to feel safe with their teacher and their school community. I would say, when I say safe, I mean, if you've come up with expectations and routines and procedures together, stick to that. Stay consistent with your routines and your schedules, due dates even. So my students know that things are due on Fridays. That's safe to them. Congratulations. Wow. You've completed this tremendous amount of work. You've checked all the boxes, and now you're NBCT. You have those 4 letters at the end of your name, but it's not the end of anything. Some of the programming that I've done with Teacher of the Year has reminded me that these awards and these certifications and presentations, these honors that we're being given, they're not an end to anything. It's just simply the beginning. And so I just want to say good luck. This is your beginning.
Thank you for joining us this evening as we honor the accomplishments of these 96 educators. Each of these honorees received a commemoration for their achievement that was handcrafted by the career and technical students at the Northern Correction Center. We also would like to extend our gratitude to the West Virginia Board of Education, the leadership at the West Virginia Department of Education, and also to our legislators for their continued support of National Board Certification in West Virginia. And finally, an event such as this one takes teamwork from many, so I want to say thank you to my colleagues at the West Virginia Department of Education for their assistance. Again, congratulations to you as you represent the finest educators in our state. Thank you to everyone who have joined us this evening, and have a good night.